Jay Gruden bringing up the possibility of bringing in Colin Kaepernick, I wasn't sure how this was going to be received locally because you're around Jay Gruden all the time. Do you really believe that the Redskins, with that owner, thought about bringing in Colin Kaepernick?
No, not really. No, I don't.
Okay. I didn't think so because, Daniel Snyder's on record as saying, that America says you should stand for the anthem, and I just can't imagine you were going to bring him in. But if you're
correct,
then you're saying, well, he's got to get ready in our offense and all this. Mark Sanchez didn't look ready. And is Colin Kaepernick better than Mark Sanchez? Yes, even without knowing the playbook, I'm guessing that he is even now. But I don't know if there's any future to this if they look at next season where they said, you know what, maybe we would bring him in to start the year since you're not sure your quarterback situation's in a state of flux.
Correct, and I think you're right on all those points. And Jay Gruden did say, if it had been week one, maybe you look at it differently. I think from talking to them, just from Kaepernick as a football player, with all the other stuff aside, his point would always be, even prior, if you talk to them, he says the same thing privately. They say publicly that because of the situation they're in, they needed somebody that they knew. And that they knew what he could do. And now they do have guys on their staff who have worked with Kaepernick. And now, so take that for whatever it's worth, but they do have people on the staff who worked with Mark Sanchez in New York. So they knew what he knew and what they could translate to him in their offense. So that's, so I think with 4 weeks left in the season, that was their comfort point, and that's why they brought in Josh Johnson. Johnson had been in Jay Gruden's system in 2 different stops. Now, he hasn't thrown a pass in like 6 or 7 years in a game. So, but those are the stated reasons. And whether or not how serious they were really bringing it up, I think because of what Gruden said about wanting some familiar, well, if that was never going to be really the case here. But yeah, he did say if it was a week one situation, maybe you do it differently, which would mean then you could revisit. But I wouldn't see it happening then either.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.